Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us on what we consider one of the most phenomenal informational Zooms that you will ever come across. My name is Verdita Monk, and I'm out of the Atlanta, Georgia area. My husband and I are part of a company called LifeWave, and you're going to hear more about that in a moment. But I'll tell you how we got here. A friend of ours by the name of Mr. Ken Robinson called us back in November of 2022, and we had not heard from Ken in a while. So would you please mute yourself? Please mute yourself. Thank you. We had not heard from Ken in a while, and we were really kind of surprised to hear from him, but he seemed very adamant about us getting some information about this tiny little patch that you're going to be hearing more about in a moment. And he really wanted us to meet him and try this patch. Literally, we were going out of town, but we made time to meet him. And when we met him, he gave us these patches, and we decided we would try them that night. Now, we were a little just concerned as to why would we even need these patches, because we'd gotten on a Zoom just like the one you're on tonight, and we heard some of the most phenomenal testimonies that blew us away. And people were dealing with all kinds of ailments, extreme pain, just crisis situations that we did not feel that we fell into that category. And so but out of curiosity and out of just the insistence on he insisted that we try the patches. We tried them anyway. And what happened that night was something that it just shocked us. See, my husband for 10 years we used to struggle with sleep apnea. He also had acid reflux and just would choke and cough and snore just terribly all night long for over 10 years. Now, for me, that was very uncomfortable. It was just very terrible to just be in that environment for that long. But that night when we wore the patch, my husband stopped snoring, you guys, and it just surprised me. I just couldn't believe it. And to be honest with you, I didn't think it was a patch. I just thought we were lucky. But it happened again the next night and again. And that within 2 days, we realized it was definitely this patch that was stopping him from snoring. And so once we were here and we compared what happened to us to what we heard on the videos, we realized on these Zooms, we realized that this patch is doing all kinds of things for people. We don't know what it's going to do. And that's where it got our attention. And we decided that we had to be ambassadors for this technology that you're going to be hearing about. So what I'm going to do is get right into the Zoom. I'm going to share my screen. And once again, if everybody would stop their videos as well as their microphones, I really would appreciate it. Thank you so much. So here's a question I want to ask everybody on this Zoom. Have you been patched yet? Now, the reason I asked you that question is because the subject that we're talking about tonight is stem cell technology. See, many people have heard of stem cell technology. Many people haven't. But let me make sure that you're informed about it. See, stem cell technology is really, when they talk about it, they're really referring to stem cell injections. Stem cell injections came along years ago, and it really has helped a lot of people, and people with crisis situations that they didn't know how they were going to get out of those situations. And so, these injections are very expensive, you guys. They can range from $5,000 all the way up to $100,000 just for one injection. But the problem with that is that, if you if you have a problem with your knee and you get an injection in your knee, but yet you still have an issue with your shoulder, it's not going to help the shoulder. It's only going to help the knee. Therefore, it is localized, and it's very expensive. Insurance does not cover it, and it's not guaranteed. And so that's not really a good option if you ask me. And so the reason why we are recommending this patch is because it does so many things you can't imagine. But once you wear this patch, you're going to feel, reactivated, and your whole body is going to be rejuvenated. We're going to explain a little bit more about that in a moment. So let me see what's going on with my screen here. Okay, now, why would you wear this patch? Just like I told you, people are looking for solutions for these crisis situations that their bodies are in. And see, our bodies were designed to heal themselves. And it was because we have within our body something called stem cells, and stem cells become what they need at the time to help your body heal itself. But the problem is as we get older, we heal slower. And so what happens is by the time we're age 30, half of those stem cells in our body go dormant. And about age 60, 90% of them become dormant. So therefore we're not equipped to heal, for our bodies to heal themselves. And so that's why we want to make sure that everybody is knowing about these stems, this stem cell technology, because this patch is solving the problem. But let me introduce you to the creator and developer of this patch, Mr. David Schmidt. David Schmidt is the CEO and the inventor of the X39 patch. We call this the X39 patch, you guys. Now, he's such a brilliant scientist. He originally started out working with the government. The government hired him to create something for the Navy SEALs to keep them energized when they go underwater under these submarine projects. And it was such a big hit that it spread across these elite athletes in these universities, like just some of the top universities across the world, across the nation, as well as doctors got a hold of this. And so it became viral. And so, but about 10 years ago, back in 2008, he started focusing his attention on stem cell research. And then it took him 10 years to develop this patch that we're talking about, the X39 patch. It is patented. And he had over 80 case studies. Therefore, it took $4.5 million just to bring it to market. And these case studies proved that this patch works. And here is the patent. See, the patent literally says right there, it elevates copper peptide, including the activation of stem cells, improvements of energy, elevation of antioxidants. But there's many more things that the patch does. We just are wanting to highlight those things for now. But we have exclusive rights to this patch for the next 17 years, you guys. This is incredible. Now, how does this patch work? See, it's simply a form of phototherapy. Like when you go out in the sun, it elevates the vitamin D in your body. That's a form of phototherapy. Or, when plants, utilize a process called photosynthesis. All of this has to do with light. However you want to call it, a photobiomodulation, there's so many terms, but all of them go back to the source of light. And so since we're light beings, our body, when we put this patch on you, it works like a Band-Aid. You just take the tape off the back, put it on your body. So the light of your body is going to reflect off of these nanocrystals that are in the middle of this patch. See, these patches are developed in a FDA registered lab. It's not FDA approved because it's not a drug. See, it's not a drug. And therefore, but it is registered in an FDA registered lab. We have a highly professional, efficient and effective laboratories. But these are crystals in the middle. They reflect light to activate those crystals. Non-transdermal, meaning it does not penetrate into your skin. Nothing is going into your body. No drugs, no chemicals or stimulants. And this is why we have so many physicians that really embrace this technology, because it's not competing with what they're using with their patients now, what they're prescribing to their patients. So they're actually referring their patients to these patches, you guys. It's non-invasive, so nothing, again, is going into your body. Now, we want to be careful to let you know that we're not trying to say that these patches are intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. We're just really rebooting our bodies, you guys. Now, there's so many benefits to this patch, and there's not room even on this page to go over all of them, but I'm just going to name a few. Increased strength. As we get older, we're not as strong as we used to be. That's one of the first things you're going to notice. It reduced inflammation. As we have any type of pain or any type of disease in our body, you better know that inflammation is nearby. Increased stamina, energy and vitality, mental clarity. That's something I personally appreciate, is the mental clarity, because, I have a lot of details that I deal with on a daily basis with my business. I'm an interior designer. And I used to get overwhelmed because some of these are multi-million-dollar projects. And, can you just imagine managing something like that? I used to be overwhelmed. Now I'm calm. I know I'm going to get through it. But not only that, I don't forget things when I leave from one room to the other. And so many other people are having those types of benefits as well. Restored muscular and skeletal system. Do you know as we get older, our bones are not as dense as they were. So many people develop osteoporosis as they get older. But just to know that this patch restores your muscle or skeletal conditions is impressive. Improvement of sleep. I told you about the first night that my husband and I wore this patch, how it allowed us to sleep without, him snoring, but it just gives you such a REM sleep so that you can sleep really deeply. Many people are dreaming. Some people never dreamt. I'm learning these things as I go along. There are people that said they've never ever dreamt their whole life, but now they're able to dream because of this patch. Improved skin appearance. There are people with conditions like vitiligo who have experienced that their skin became normal after wearing this patch. You guys, this is just amazing. So we're here to achieve optimal health, uh, a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. Okay. My screen is stuck. There. Now, remember I told you there were over 80 case studies, and these case studies are posted on a site called thisisit.info.com because there's, as we said, there are many doctors who embrace this information, and we wanted to make sure they have the best information available. The case studies are on PubMed that are posted right there. The patent is right there on that site. But many doctors have gone and given their testimonies of what they've experienced and realized about this patch. So this is what happened in the case studies, guys. This means it actually happened, okay? The first few days, 4,000 genes began to reset. Within 6 weeks, the brain became balanced, meaning like say if someone had Alzheimer's or PTSD or depression or autism. All of those are a reflection of a brain that's unbalanced. But we actually saw those conditions just kind of reverse after 6 weeks, literally. Within 3 months, the collagen is increased. Collagen is all through our body. It's holding our bones, our muscles, all of that together. Many people see their face becomes softer and lifted after 3 months. Within 6 months, the heart reverses in age. Now, I have to really illustrate that to you because this right here is very important. As we know, heart disease is one of the biggest killers today. But I want to tell you about a friend of mine named Jeffrey Payton, who lives in Atlanta, Georgia. And Jeffrey suffered for 10 years with diabetes. What happened and about 4 years ago, he had a stroke. And he was actually prescribed 5 shots of insulin per day. But he had a stroke, and it left him paralyzed, messed his heart up, all this. Do you know they would not let him leave the hospital without a pacemaker and a defibrillator? So about 18 months ago, a friend of his brought this patch by his house. It left him several of them. He started wearing the patches. And Jeffrey says that within 3 days, his glucose normals became normal and normalized, and he didn't have to take the shots every day. Now that right there is amazing in itself. But here's the part about the heart and that pacemaker. He had to see the cardiologist every 6 weeks. That was just a requirement for him. Every 6 weeks. When he went back after 6 weeks of wearing the patch, his doctor came out and said, "Mr. Payton, what are you doing?" And he says, "What do you mean?" He says, "Well, your heart is no longer relying on this pacemaker. It's operating on its own. We've never seen anything like that before." And Jeffrey said, "Well, all I've been doing is wearing this patch." And so the doctor said, "Keep wearing that patch and don't come back for a year." And when he went back a year, which was this February, the doctor said, "Same thing. You're doing fine. You don't have to come back for 2 years." You guys, this patch is amazing. And according to David Schmidt, this is not anti-aging. It is age reversing. And so I'm just really excited to, to be able to say that we're getting younger. Every 6 months that we wear this patch, they say our heart reverses by 8 years. Okay. Now, you're looking now at a chart called a topography map. And this map reflects what happened when they applied this patch to a 77-year-old woman. They placed that patch on the back of her neck. And in the first session, all the inflammation, I mean, there's red, that red area reflects inflammation. It was in her brain. She had a hyperactive brain. And 3 weeks later, in session 2, the inflammation had gone away. But by session 3, you can see the improvement, you guys, a complete turnaround. And so her brain calmed down dramatically after the second visit, but it remained calm after wearing this patch for 6 weeks. So this could be your brain, this could be my brain. I mean, this could be anybody's brain. And so it could be your heart. So it's very important that you realize, something keeps happening with my PowerPoint. I'm sorry, and it's messing up my video as well. I apologize. So this is how you're gonna wear this patch, you guys. You're gonna be able to put this patch anywhere you want on your body. But in this diagram, you see a person who put it below his belly button and the other person put it behind the neck. Those are the 2 locations that they used during the case study so they could be consistent and compare one group to the other. But you need to wear this patch 12 hours on, 12 hours off. It's good to start in the morning, like 8 in the morning or something like that when you brush your teeth. And at 8 o'clock at night, you take it off and allow your body to repair and rejuvenate. Throw it away. Why? Because you're going to get 30 of these patches, just like a band. You're going to get 30 of them in this beautiful packaging. And you're going to just, put it on every day. Here's the key, though. You want to be hydrated. You want to drink plenty of water. Or if for some reason your body doesn't feel like it's being hydrated enough, you may want to get some electrolytes or some Celsius salt or something to get your body hydrated and to put enough electrolytes in your body. That's very important because you definitely want this patch to work. Okay. Now, you guys, this is live, so I apologize for the little technical things that keep happening to my computer, but it is storming here in Atlanta. I don't know if that has something to do with it. But I could be here all night going all over this technical stuff with you, but I do want you to know I have some people on this call that are going to make it very clear. You're going to be able to relate to some real people because that's what does it for you, to know that it is working for some people with some dire situations. So the first person I want to invite to the call is a gentleman by the name of Wendell Tomlin. Wendell, are you able to come on and unmute yourself and share your video? Wendell? Let me see. Wendell, can you unmute yourself? There you go. All right. Wendell, can you share your video?
Yeah, I think I got.
Okay, there you go. So Wendell, come on and tell everybody what was going on in your life before you were introduced to the patch and what happened afterwards.
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to thank you, Verdita, for allowing me to share my story with everybody because I'm telling you right now, it blows me away because of what has happened. But anyway, back in 2011, my life dramatically changed because I had a major stroke. I was setting to get ready to retire and everything. And when I had that stroke, of course, it changed my whole life. We're talking about uh, not being able to do the things that I really wanted to do. For instance, a stroke gives you lingering things, like right after the stroke, you have all kinds of hand twirl up, you can't talk, things like that happen. Well, make a long story short, what caused the stroke, they found out that I had what's called AFib or atrial fibrillation, which means that's when your heart goes into a condition that it kind of flutters. And when it flutters, it pulls your blood in your heart and it sends out a blood clot into your brain. And that's when I had my stroke. Well, when I had a stroke, it was major. When I say major, you end up in the hospital for 30 or 6 weeks and you go from there straight to rehab. But I was committed to being able to get myself back together, because I didn't like that. They call it a new normal. I'm sure a lot of y'all heard that. I refuse to accept the new normal. Um, but anyway, go further. In 2018, I had another stroke. And I said, what in the world? another major stroke. But when it happened, they gave me all medicines, blood thinners, uh, atrial fibrillation medication, everything they could possibly give me to make sure that I'm safe because my heart was going in and out. Now, AFib, it can occur when you sleep, it can occur when you're watching a movie, it can occur anytime. And I was having AFib three, maybe 4 or 5 times a day. Now, they gave me exercises to go ahead and show you what to do to get out of your AFib. And it did. I couldn't even drink cold water because they'll throw me into it. However, as I continued to go on, I turned around and looked and I saw the hurt in my family's eyes. You know, they saw me going through what I was going through. And I saw it in my grandchildren, I saw it in my children, I saw it in my wife. And I know they were hurting for me because now they don't see the same person they've seen before. Well, they gave me everything and I committed myself to go and I'm gonna keep on working, keep on fighting. And the only thing they gave me to help me even go through it is they said, well, guess what? You're still here. Praise God. And you know, that's true. Praise God. I'm still here. But I was also committed to getting better because I wanted them to see me not give up. Don't get me wrong, was it hard? Yes. And I was. I was kind of like slipping a little bit because when you can't do the things you normally do, everything becomes work. Going to the bathroom, getting up in the morning, everything, going to sleep was just working on the nighttime. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go a little further and say back in 2022, I had another stroke. Now, when that happened, I was like, oh my goodness, you know, what happened to me now? So again, I'm committed. I did everything I was supposed to do. The medicines didn't hold me, they adjusted them. Uh, and I was just having a tough time in this. But at the same time, I was having a problem with my knee. So they found out that I had bone on bone. Now, can you imagine all that piled up on top of that? So I had bone on bone. I had to have a total knee replacement on the right side, which is my side that the stroke hurt me on. So, um, I'm sorry, I'm getting so choked up behind it because I know I'm revisiting it. So I went on head surgery, and because of the fact that it's on my weak side, today I'm still having little issues, only because of swelling, because of pain. But I was in serious pain. But to make a long story short, I was introduced to this patch by Bishop Larry Jackson. His wife, who deals with a condition called MS, told him that the patch helped her. And she knew about my condition, and she drove all the way from Charlotte, North Carolina to Richmond, Virginia to patch me up. Of course, when I first saw it, I said, what is this thing going to do? I'm taking all the medicines I can possibly take. And she explained to me what the patch does. Well, I put it on at first, and I didn't. I remember I did a list for my knee pain, and my pain wasn't, you know how the doctor asks you what's your pain from 0 to 10? Oh, it was 30. You got me. That's how it was dealing with that pain in my knee. Well, after she passed me, I said, I don't feel anything. I really don't. I mean, just, I don't. So she said, okay, no. So we get to talking, and then when it was time for me to leave, I stood up, and that acute pain that I always feel. Sometimes I didn't want to get up because of the fact that I got to go through that pain right there. The pain was gone, y'all. It was gone. I said, wait a minute. You know, I was kind of shocked. So I went and walked to the car, slowly, my wife holding me. I said, look, go back and get some more. We get some more patches. I'm going to really test this out. Well, because of the pain dissipated, I wanted to share with that to all my friends, people I knew that were in pain, that had a tough time. And I had a patch party. But during the patch party, we saw people there get get. Well, I mean, I don't know what the word I'm using, delivered. But anyway, they got free. You know, he got free again from the patches. So my wife turned to me at the same meeting and said, hey, when was the last time you had AFib? And I thought about it for a second. I said, I don't, let me check. Now, you all have documentation from 2011 all the way to today of how, you know, you take an EKG of your heart and look at you send it to your doctor. Well, I did that. And as a matter of fact, the AFib, when I did the results, I think I shared some things with Verdita. I don't know if she has it on there or not. But
Can you see it on the screen, Wendell?
no, I see something else. I see like your no, I don't. I see X39. But anyway,
Well, hold up, because I'm trying to, I thought I pulled it up. I want to make sure they see it. Okay,
okay.
let's see.
Now, if
Tell me,
anybody,
can you see it now?
okay, yeah, that's it. It's just
Okay.
kind of. Can you open it up a little bit more? You tap. Okay, that's how my heart used to be, y'all. Right here, 107, and then you go to the next slide if you can. Yeah, that right there is when I started to really. Yeah, I'm struggling now, and I'm still sending this to my doctor on a daily basis. Let them know what's going on because they would monitor me. And so the next slide is actually when I began to start taking the patch, when I start patching up. That's exactly my results. Now, after I was on there about 3 or 4 weeks, and after 4 weeks, I took it, and that's my heart rate right now. And look, y'all, out of everything I've done, medicine, blood thinners, exercises, going to therapy, both, nothing has done better for me than this right here. I know I'm choked up because I have a better quality of life. I think you, Verdita, for allowing me to share with everybody. I'm trying to get myself together in here, but I'm telling you, when you go,
That's
it's amazing. So,
Well,
who?
Wendell, can I ask you this quick question? Because I think I heard you say that as a result of the stroke, you couldn't hardly talk or something. You couldn't understand what you were saying.
That's
And,
right.
and you still have a little bit of it, but we could understand you.
I'm giving a testimony right now. My wife and I we were getting upset with each other because she kept on asking me, "So what did you say?" And I'm trying to make, and I'm telling you, everybody who knows me knows. For the past 10 years, I was kind of talking a little bit like that. Y'all would know, but my words were slurred, and I wasn't pronouncing. I sleep better now. I talk better. I don't have the cloud over my head anymore. I have energy. It's a really totally a better quality of life than this. And I want everybody to experience that. So do yourself a favor. Try it at least. Try it. I mean, what do you want? Medicines? You want more medicines? No. You don't want that. You want to try something that your own body can heal its own self because your body is miraculously made. And I'm telling you, it is awesome. It is awesome. It done
All
me.
right. So thank you so much, Wendell. Your testimony is so touching. And I mean, I'm sure it's blessing somebody on this phone because we just talked about the heart. And I know I've been around you and you are so happy now. I mean, that's probably why you're so happy because you feel so much better. But yes, it's so refreshing to hear your testimony again. And thank you so much for sharing it. Okay. And then I have another person I'd like to bring on. I've known this gentleman for years, and all of a sudden, he came to Atlanta for Juneteenth. He was one of the coordinators, one of the major coordinators for Juneteenth, but I did not know what he was dealing with. So let me invite to the call Mr. Warren G. Jones. Warren, can you? Yeah, there you. I see you. Hey, Warren, tell him what was going on in your life before you started wearing this patch.
Hey everybody, how you doing? My name is Warren Jones. Of course, known Verdita and Harvey for a long time, probably close to 2 decades. But anyway, I do Juneteenth Atlanta the last 6 years. I come down from New York, Juneteenth Atlanta the last 6 years as one of the coordinators, right? And how it started, I called Verdita about travel so I could get a discount coming down to Juneteenth Atlanta. She said, "Oh, I don't do that no more. We don't do that no more, but I'll try to get somebody else that can do it." Right. And well, she couldn't do it, but then she would start telling me about this new wave technology, stem cell. And she said, when you get here, I can't really talk to you over the phone, but when you get here, we could do a demonstration. So that Sunday after Juneteenth, Atlanta, I met up with my god brother Sean, and he did a testimony last week, and said we gotta meet up with Verdita and see what they talking about. So that whole weekend, I've been limping the whole weekend, like on and off, whether it's the weather or sometimes my knees is just bad. And I know I had an accident in 2014. And so that part of with my knees and my back. And so we went and met Verdita and Harvey at Five Guys, me and Sean. And then she was talking about the technology, and she said, "Do you got pain anywhere in your body?" I said, "In my knees." And she said, "What's the number 1 to 10?" And I said, 8. Right. And so she just started to patch me up and go through the routine. And she said, she counted to 10, from 0 to 10 or 1 to 10, whatever. And then she said, "Stand up and how you feel." And I started moving my legs back and forth, which I wasn't able to do from Friday to Sunday. And I had difficulty getting in and out of the car. So after that, I grabbed my brother keys and went to the car, in the back of the car, and proceeded to get in and out. Zero pain, right? So the other part is when we went to his house before we met at Five Guys, to get down the steps, I had to take one step at a time to get down the steps in his house, right? So when we came back, unconsciously, I'm running down the steps, not really noticing until I ran down the steps. And my godbrother was like, "Me too." So instantaneously, it may not be for everybody, but instantaneously for me, the patch made the pain go away on my knee. And I'm able to maneuver and do things that I haven't been able to do in a long time because of the patch. So I have a serious testimony that when you have years of pain in and out, whether if it rains or if it snows, then you sluggish and you're walking, you're limping. All right. The people who's at Juneteenth, Atlanta, saw me limping. "What's wrong with you?" I said, "Okay, it's okay. It's a little pain. That's going to be fine." But thanks to the X39, it have alleviated the pain, and to where I can bend my knees. I can squat, I can move around, I could dance, whatever. And so I say to your Ernest, right? The patch works. And I'm thankful for the gentleman, Mac West, or whatever his name. I'm thankful for your testimony.
Wendell.
Wendell, I'm thankful for your testimony. And this thing is going to help a lot of people. All
Well,
right.
thank you, Warren, because you have already been, not shy at all sharing this with people. So thank you for that. I'm so glad you're feeling better. I didn't really, so you never know when you have helped somebody. And I just feel so good when I've helped somebody. So thank you so much, Warren, for your testimony. We're going to move on to the next person. You can stop your video and mute yourself as well. So the next person I want to bring on, I'm really excited to bring him on because he knows he's studying to be a naturopath. He knows all about the body. So it's really impressive when you hear from someone that really understands your body. Mr. Kevin Amos out of Seattle, Washington. Come on and share your testimony, please.
Hello. Thank you, Verdita. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, super. Hello, everybody, this evening. I just wanted to give you a brief testimony of what the ice wave has done for me. So, a year ago, I tore complete detachment of my supraspinatus, which attaches from underneath the shoulder, clavicle, up into the bone here. It's completely detached. I had been in severe pain for some time, and I've been an advocate of not taking narcotics and pain medicines because of the damage that it caused on your liver and kidneys. So I have basically suffered for some time. Still waiting for the surgery. But however, ever since I've started taking patching myself with the ice wave, there's been a remarkable decrease where I don't have any pain. And I credit that to the technology, because the technology of the infrared with this patch allows the body to emanate light and reflect it back into the injured area, and to also create 7 centimeters of layer of tissue and skin and nerves to be able to lessen the pain receptors. So this is a really, really great product. This is really documented MRIs showing the detachment. And not only that, just last Tuesday, I had go see my doctor regarding an injury I had to my back. Two herniated discs, and I also have a couple bulging discs, L5, S1, and also on the lateral side of the right and left. So at one point prior to getting patched, for 2 days I couldn't get out of bed because I was in severe stenosis where the nerves were pinched, and so therefore I was unable to get. And every move I made, it was the most terrible experience. So when I was able to finally get myself together, and I credit it to the fact that you really have to make sure that you're also not just hydrating yourself, but you're also not offending things that cause inflammation, like too much sugar and things of that nature. But for the most part, I mean, this was so remarkable that now, ever since I've been patched, with the disc degeneration and the disc herniation and the disc bulging and the supraspinatus, I walk every single day. And I am 60 years old, and I walk 15 miles a day. And I would not have been able to do that. And not only that, it has also afforded me the opportunity to lose 2 waist sizes and go since I've really gotten on this patch, it's given me so much energy. I just have so much energy that to the point where I'm able to do the things that are basically contributing to weight loss, size loss, and also just keeping me really feeling good. I mean, just it's an enormous product, and I understand how it works. I mean, the infrared, which is able to penetrate back into a cellular aspect of our body and create and move our body to actually do what it would normally do. I mean, this is beyond the sun hitting you. This is actually deeper penetration. If this technology had not been out there, then to be able to penetrate to those 7 layers of 7 centimeters into the tissue beyond just the derma. I mean, we're talking about this technology is something really good. I mean, if you really think about this, we have our hands on something wonderful, and I am excited about not having to find just pills on a shelf to make yourself feel better, which is actually masking a situation and creating precipitating another problem, and that is intoxifying your kidneys and liver. But trust me, X39 and LifeWave, I believe and I receive. So thank you very much.
And that's the ice wave. And I'm so glad you're using both of them together. So many people think they can only wear one patch, but yes, you can see how passionate Kevin is. I really love to see how he articulates what the science is behind this. And that's why I'm so excited, because I know what I have my hands on. This is why I encourage you all to patch as many people as possible. I didn't even know when we met Warren at that restaurant that he had pain, but it made me feel so good. He didn't tell you this part. He came there in a truck with his friend, and he had a hard time getting out of the truck. But by the time we saw him in the restaurant and I put the patch on him, he walked back to the truck so that he could get out of the truck again to see if he had to go through the same process of holding, how you hold on to the truck and bend all different kinds of ways. He had to do all of that before he got out of the truck the first time. He just wanted to verify, is this really happening to me? But it makes you feel so good. So I encourage all of you, don't hesitate to share this with as many people as you can, because we are changing lives as we speak. Now, all the information that you need to know, the technical information, as well as testimonies. When you first pull the page up, testimonies similar to what you just heard tonight is on thisisit.info.com, including all those doctors' case studies, you guys. So we're not going to spend any more time talking about that, but we're going to now talk about the company and why we're so excited about this opportunity. Now, LifeWave is a 19-year-old company going on 20 years old. In October, we'll be 20 years old, you guys. Go back, sorry. Okay, wait a minute. I lost my screen. The company was doing about 20 million a year. This is because the only people that knew about it were doctors and elite athletes. And so they were doing 20 million for all those years. And then about 3 years ago, the company blew up to about 320 million a year, but we ended 2024 at 430 million. They say that we're projected to do over 600 million this year, but by next year, we will be at $1 billion. It is projected it will be over $1 billion. So it's spread all over the world in over 75 countries, you guys, because this is not a Me Too product that you can go to any drugstore or any website and get, such as weight loss, skincare, supplements. We're talking about something very sophisticated, something that is a game changer, something that is a market disruptor, and this screams opportunity, you guys. But our company, there's a website called businessforhome.org where they monitor, you know, companies that are home-based businesses and that are network marketing companies like this is. And they rated us #1 in momentum. So that's huge because we're growing so fast. So know that you're part of something big, you guys. So if you look at the screen right here, it just reflects what's important to most of us: our family, the time freedom, security, travel, better health, and less debt. All of those things are important, and none is probably more important than the other. So let me just ask you this question, because so many people on this call said, please hurry up and tell me how I can get some of these patches. I'm going to share with you that I'm going to skip this page and share with you that there's 3 ways we recommend you get this patch. But the first way that you can receive this patch is as a customer. As a customer, these patches retail for $150 for a 30-day supply. Okay, very, very affordable, about the price of a cup of coffee. And if you want to do it that way, that's fine. But we highly recommend that you consider getting it wholesale. Don't you like, you know, getting discounts? So you can get this as a customer and become what we call a silver partner, because we definitely want you to stay on this patch for 90 to, you know, days or more, because you know, it takes time to penetrate and change all these cells that are in your body. We're reactivating those cells that have been sitting there for years, not doing anything. So give yourself a chance. You're worth it. So for $300, you can get a 90-day supply. Or if you're married, that's enough for both of you to have something, okay? But the thing about the silver package, it allows you that if you want to refer other people to this, because you're definitely going to share it. You're going to share it anyway. You're going to be compensated if you do that, okay? That's something to think about. Now, the gold package is for people who know right off the bat, they want to share it with people. It's going to give you 5 of these X39s, or you can diversify the package and get a free ice wave or something like that just by getting that gold package. That's also going to allow you to be promoted in our company, which is key, because if you're promoted to the first level in our company, you must be a goal, and then you're able to make more in our compensation plan. The diamond package is for those people who are serious entrepreneurs like Kevin. Kevin came straight in as a diamond. He said, I got work to do. I got people to meet and talk to about this. And the diamond pack, and that's what my husband and I decided to get, because it allowed us to reach more people. We wrote a list of 25 couples and 25 individuals as well. And each one of them, we gave 5 of these. So that ended up being like 12 of these, because you get $1,900 worth of inventory or 19 sleeves for $600. So right off the bat, it's saving you $300 right there. But we did, the reason we did this was to help people. So here's why the diamond pack may be something you may want to consider, is because one of the things that is required in order for you to stay active and earn money, and we're going to talk in a moment about residual income, is because in order to stay active, you need to purchase at least a 30-day supply. And why wouldn't you anyway? Because you need this in your body. But with doing that for $99 a month, you can earn up to $100 a week. But this is also why I said that gold pack is significant, because it allows you to earn up to $1,500 per week. You see the difference. That's why you may want to consider that. But if you can't afford the gold pack right off the bat, you can always start at the silver and upgrade and just pay the difference of $200, and you get $200 more worth of more of inventory. But then the diamond pack, this is the pack that we consider the most popular package, because not only does it allow you not to be concerned about a monthly subscription for 90 days, it allows you to max out the comp plan, meaning there's more money in the compensation plan for people who are diamonds than there are for people with the other packages. The diamond package works like this. If you're a diamond and you share it with me and I decide to become a diamond, you earn $500. But if you're not a diamond and I come in as a diamond, you'd only make $200, and that difference of $300 will roll up to someone else who's above you who did come in as a diamond. So we can elaborate on that a little bit more, but just want you to know the difference. Now, at this time, if you're one of these people that say, all I really want to do is try the product, you're more than welcome to just get back with the person who invited you to the call. Let them know which one of these packages you want. Or if you want to just be a customer, they know what to do to take care of you. But if you're the kind of person that sees the vision here and how we're going ready to change people's lives all over this world, and want to take advantage of this robust, lucrative compensation plan, stick around and we're going to tell you more about that. So here it goes. There are 5 packages actually that you can that you can purchase. We only talked about the silver, the platinum, the silver, the gold, and the diamond because they're the most popular packages. Because all of these packages have sleeves in them, but the diamond has the best value. The gold allows you to get promoted, and then the silver at least gets you some inventory. But I'm not going to read these product introductory bonuses or faster bonuses, but they range from 15, 50, 100, 150, and 200. All of these, that's what you will earn if someone decides to purchase these packages from you. Now, remember what I said about the diamond package, it is 200 in general, but if you are a diamond and enroll a diamond, that 200 will go up to $500. Now, here's the part that is very, very exciting because, I know people that won't even do anything like this unless they knew that there was a binary compensation plan in place. Why? Because in the binary, let's say this is you decide to get started. You start telling people like your sister, your brother, your cousin, your uncle, and they decided to get one of those packages. That makes you what we call a manager, but it keeps going because the people that you brought on board, they're going to start sharing with people. And these numbers are going to grow on your left side and your right side. But you get paid on every single person that falls below you to infinity. The person that actually enrolled you into the business can also place people under you. They have to place people under you because they only build in a left team and a right team. So you're going to fall on their left side or their right side. And if you're on their right and they decide to put a person on their right, they have to fall below the last person in this structure. This is very exciting, you guys. Trust me. You can earn up to $25,000 per week in this binary. And we know people that are earning this already that have only been in this company for 2 years or less. So it's a lot of money in the binary. Now, the matching bonus is unlimited because you can enroll as many people as you want. So just go tell everybody that you got something they need to know about. So let's just say that if you enrolled me and I fell on your first level, that means that you sold one of the package, you shared with me, and I bought one of those packages. So I started sharing this with other people and started earning money in the binary. Now let's just take an example and say that I earned $1,000 this week. You would earn 25% or $250. But more than likely, you didn't share it with just me. You also shared it with 9 other people. So let's say you enrolled 10 people and they each had gotten to $1,000. It may not be this week or this month. It may be 6 months from now. But imagine 6 months from now, you had 10 people earning $1,000 in the binary. You would earn 250 times 10 or $2,500. But you must be a manager. Do you see why it's so important to get those 4 people out of the way? And there's some other benefits with being manager as well. Now, The second level are the people that I've enrolled, and those other people that you enroll. All of us went and started sharing with other people, and those people will follow your second level. You will make 20% of what they earn in the binary, or $200. There could be 100 people on your second level times $200. That's a lot. That's $20,000. I don't know about you, but $20,000 is a lot of money to be coming in on a weekly basis. And so this is why we're looking for serious-minded people, because we have a product that sells itself. People will chase you down for it, and that's how this money grows. The people on your third level, you also get 20% every single time they earn money in the binary. And once again, this is unlimited income potential. You guys, I'm excited for you, because I know, you know, some of you have been invited by some of the sharpest people I know. So I know you got to see it. You got to see the vision. Now, listen, we have these little cards that we can, you know, order for you that has information where they know how to go to this. This is an info, how the instructions on applying the patches, some of the benefits they may experience. You can get some of these cards so that you can put these patches in this envelope, and it gives you a nice little professional presentation. Once again, our team works on a system, so you don't have to think about it. All you got to do is follow the instructions, follow the leader. This is an adult game. Follow the leader, and you go to thisisitteam.com to learn all this information about the comp plan and the system that we use. So now, you guys, it is time for you to make your move. And I just want you to know that binary that I talked about is time sensitive. You may just position yourself right in front of a powerhouse. You may sign up right before somebody that explodes this business. So don't think long. Just go ahead and position yourself, because you have a 30-day money back guarantee, so that, you know, if you for some reason change your mind or don't want to use the patch anymore and don't like what you experienced, the company will refund your money. Now, I want you to know that I told you about travel. We do have a trip coming up. If everybody would please mute yourself. We do have a trip coming up to Punta Cana, you guys, and you can learn more about this through the person that's going to enroll you. And you still have time, because you have until September the 1st to qualify for this trip. Many of us are already qualified or in the process of qualifying. So we're really excited about that. And with that being the case, I'm so excited for you all tonight. We have another call coming up, you guys, in about an hour. This same information, which will be 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. If you heard something that you liked, and you got a spouse or a friend that should have heard it, guess what? We have two phenomenal gentlemen that are going to be coming on at 10 o'clock Eastern with this same information. But with that, you guys, you all have a wonderful evening, and we will see you all at the top, and it will be the very top. Have a good evening.